Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2C TV, your global news channel. We have some breaking news coming from the Middle East with the conflict between Israel and the Islamic occupation of Iran. The Iranian regime army are nowhere to be seen. They have abandoned their positions, especially in Tehran. The Israelis have now have full control of the capital. There is a lot happening, and President Trump, as we speak, is in the Situation Room. Of course, they have been having a meeting in regards to making a move against the Iranian regime. President Trump has also now ordered the full surrender of the Islamic Republic, saying, I gave you a chance, you didn't make a deal. Now you effed around, you will find out. There's a lot happening in this live report, and we are very, very, very close to 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. If you enjoy the channel, of course, and if you want to support us and get more out of it, make sure to download the 2CTV app today, and of course, become a member. And the moment we get to 1 million, I'm going to give you guys a present as well. So stay tuned. All right, let's talk about what's going on. First video coming from Iran in Tabriz. The Amman barracks, the army barracks, has now been destroyed. Let's quickly go to the first video. Yes, more bases are being destroyed as we speak. It's not really just about the capital in Tehran, but across the country in general as well. We've had issues in Mashhad in the northeast, Tabriz in the northwest, in Shiraz towards the south, and it's now escalating. The IRGC's main TV building, of course, yesterday we reported live actually as it was happening when the TV station was hit. Now the main IRGC media broadcasting building has also been destroyed over the last couple of hours. Watch. Now, it is also important to be objective and mention that despite the fact that they don't have any control inside the country, the IRGC, for example, in major cities like Tehran, they still have their IRGC terrorists in the outskirts of cities, and especially towards the Iraqi border. They are the ones who are still, as we speak, trying to launch more missiles towards Israel. Of course, the Iron Dome is activated and everybody is on standby. We are hearing a huge fire and explosion again in Haifa in Israel as well. This is their final attempt, because last night, the Iranian regime promised that they are going to be doing a non-stop attack yesterday, all night until Israel is wiped out. But they managed to launch about 10 missiles, and then another 3 missiles and another 10 missiles. Not all of them were ballistic missiles. Some of them were cruise missiles. But they are continuing to launch drones and everything else. These are the things that they have left. There's not much. Well, there's a lot of speculations that the Iranian regime don't have much left anymore. But let's talk about the president. He has demanded the complete surrender and for the Iranian regime to give up. The Israelis are hunting down Ali Khamenei, who is believed to be in a bunker in the northern parts of the capital, just outside the capital. President Trump said, I have not reached out to Iran for peace talks in any way, shape or form. This was because of all the fake briefings. So in the Trump administration, there are a number of people in the White House or close to the White House who wanted to basically brief the media differently, saying, no, your president is just leaving Canada, he's going back to Washington, he's doing peace talks with Iran. He said, I'm not doing any of that. This is just more highly fabricated fake news. If they want to talk, they know how to reach me. They should have taken the deal that was on the table. It would have saved a lot of lives. Of course, it's too late now, the American president is saying. And also, he's saying it's nothing to do with Israel's mission. We have our own mission because the Iranian regime poses a threat against the United States. So President Trump doesn't want to come across as he's assisting Israel or is following Israel. He wants to say that, well, we have our own problems with the Iranian regime. That's why we were doing the negotiations when it came to nuclear. There's some updates also coming in. The Iranian, there's a state media, the few of them left, obviously, this is the IRIB agency, said that sources claim that WhatsApp is collecting user data, including location and communication tags, and sharing it with Israeli intelligence. Users are urged to delete WhatsApp from their phones. They are panicking, ladies and gentlemen. WhatsApp is now the new Pagergate, like what happened in Lebanon with Hezbollah. They are terrified of WhatsApp. Anyway, having said that, more videos are coming. The Israelis are apparently now going to be targeting the infrastructure, including oil. We just got the confirmation from the Tehran oil refinery, which is in Shahrei. It's kind of about 15 kilometers towards the south of the central part of Tehran. That is currently on fire, ladies and gentlemen. And the Iranian regime said that's a red line. They've had many red lines so far. Yes, another one bites the dust. There is also, we are expecting more videos coming from the capital. Actually, we've just received the next video. The multiple IRGC and regime locations are being destroyed. Many people have already evacuated Tehran, as you already know, as we've been reporting. I'm going to show you a photo of a very specific street in the capital. Now, you're going to laugh, but the name of this street in Tehran is literally the Taliban Street. Not even joking. And the Taliban Street, for the first time in history, well, in the history of this fake street, I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys. There we go. It's currently empty. It's like lockdown all over again. Everybody's left, and even the actual military bases are empty, which is absolutely fascinating. It is literally like lockdown now, 2020. But while that's happening, the rest of the bases are now being destroyed. We do have that next video coming from the capital. As you can see, even compared to yesterday and the day before, anytime you see a video from Tehran, when you saw some sort of cloud explosion or whatever, there were a lot of people filming it. It's getting very, very quiet. As I said, the military are no longer to be seen. The Iran's stock market remains closed until at least Sunday. I'm not really sure why they're even bothering at this point. Just keep it closed. You don't even have to say Sunday. Just stay permanently until the regime changes. Let's go to the next clip. Yes, over the next few minutes, more infrastructure sites will also be hit. The IDF are now focusing on both obviously the nuclear sites, but as well as the oil and gas and the IRGC buildings. Many countries are now evacuating their civilians and their diplomats. China, yes, China has now urgently started the evacuation process. This is the Chinese embassy staff in Tehran. We've just got this this image of them leaving. They're getting on the bus and on the coach, and they are now going towards the east. So the same thing is happening with Pakistan and a number of others who are also evacuating their embassies in Tehran. Now, the Israeli Defense Forces have now confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, the IRGC leadership were wiped out on the first night, and that was about 4 days ago. The next couple of days, the supreme leader ordered some sort of replacement, saying just replace him with anybody at this point. He's been struggling to adapt with that change, but they did find some new people to become new leaders. Unfortunately, the IDF, unfortunately for the Iranian regime, the IDF now confirms that the Major General Ali Shadmani, who was just appointed a couple of days ago as the chief of the IRGC, has now been eliminated. He's also been taken out by the Israelis. He was only in the role for about 2 days. I'm not really sure if he even had the time to sign his pension plan. I don't think he's going to get his pension anymore because I don't think he needs his pension anymore. But Israel Katz, the defense minister from Israel, has also released a statement about the situation, saying, "I warn the Iranian dictator against continuing to commit war crimes and firing missiles at Israeli civilians. He should remember what happened to the dictator in the country neighboring Iran, who went down this path against the state of Israel." That was Saddam Hussein, of course, as you remember. They had to drag him out of a hole. "We will continue today to act against the regime targets and military targets in Tehran, as we did yesterday against the Propaganda and Incitement Broadcasting Authority." That's the state TV. "I call on the residents of Tehran to evacuate from those places in accordance with the instructions of the IDF spokesperson in Persian for their protection." Of course, this is the whole point. The IDF invested a lot of time and money to ensure that they have the IDF Persian unit and obviously the spokesperson as well, which I did have a conversation with when I was in Israel, and to make it easier to communicate things from the IDF to the Iranian people in Persian directly. And that's the best way for them to keep the Iranian people up to date on the ground on what the Israeli Defense Forces are doing. Now, there's more chaos across the country as obviously the banks have collapsed. And the Iranian regime initially claimed that there was a cyber attack on the banks because bank services cannot be accessed. The card readers are not working. Cash machines and ATMs not working. And all the bank offices are closed. People are panicking because they wanted to take money out. Of course, that was the whole point of closing the banks, because if everybody withdraws cash, banks never have enough cash because money is fake money, it's fiat currency. So let's quickly go to the video we have from Iran. People who are trying to use the cash machines. Yeah, saying all the ATMs in the area are no longer working, and obviously people don't know exactly what to do at this point. There's more reaction coming as well. The Americans are making a move, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, 17 American military tanker aircraft are now flying over Europe towards the Middle East. More of them, obviously, since last night. This is in addition to what the president ordered about 12 hours ago when the Americans started to make their move towards the Middle East to support the US bases, of course, and everybody else. So the USAF refueling tankers are now heading as well. More tankers, I think, refueling tankers are going towards the region. This, of course, indicates that the potential US operation alongside the Israeli operation is going to be primarily up in the air. So it's going to be by the US Air Force because they need their refuelers to be there. They're not going to be put boots on the ground because that's not really necessary at this point. The Iranian regime have already fallen apart anyway. You tend to do that when you're struggling, so you're going to basically breach borders. But considering that the Israelis are controlling the capital with the Israeli fighter jets and everything else, and there's no army, what are you going to hit? So now it's about the whack-a-mole game. You're going to have to go and find them in the holes, in the bunkers, in the tunnels. And they're not even going to be in the main government buildings because most of the government buildings have already collapsed. So it's crazy. I love how everybody thought that the Iranian regime will be very, very difficult to defeat. A lot of people said that, well, if you attack them immediately, there's going to be it's going to be World War III. Obviously, Russia said we're not going to get involved, and China is basically supporting Iran, but they're only behind closed doors, not publicly. China is saying we need de-escalation. That would be nice. So we're not going to have World War III, and of course, the Iranian regime turns out to be a paper tiger instead of actually a real tiger. And now there is more reaction. There is an imminent update as we can now confirm that the IDF have also just managed to hit the radio sites. So this is actually important because of the communication between the Iranian regime members. Let's give you guys this update. So they have now targeted Iran's national radio station. This facility is of course part of the main the Islamic Republic broadcasting system, responsible for running the state radio station and obviously pushing official messages and wartime alerts and everything else. This is also the backup communication hub for the IRGC when things collapse. So they've already hit this now, and we are waiting for videos coming from this site. This basically makes it even harder for the remaining members of the IRGC in Iran to be able to communicate with each other. This was supposed to be their backup plan. There's also more update coming in terms of the oil situation in the capital. We've just received this update, which we have verified. Yeah, it's now confirmed that the top oil CEOs are now sounding the alarm after 3 or 4 days of this escalation. They're all panicking. They're in crisis mode. You got Shell saying that the last 96 hours have been concerning. Total Energies have said that if the oil installations are hit, it's a global hazard, and because they're going to lose money, of course. Enquest says 2025 is the year of volatility, and many others are also concerned about the Strait of Hormuz. There has been some escalation, by the way, in the Persian Gulf when it comes to some of the vessels. A couple of them were set on fire. This is the Americans are very concerned about this because they believe that the IRGC are causing chaos in the Persian Gulf, which will get retaliation from the United States. We've also just received another video from the Israeli Air Force just now. Let me show you. This is they are taking out more of the Islamic Republic's air defense systems. So what they've been focusing on last night was taking out more air defense systems, but also the launch pads. So let me just quickly show you. This is what the IAF were doing, dropping guided bombs on the. This is actually the missile site. This is the surface-to-air missile sites, destroying one of the M192 launchers, which again were going to be used to attack Israel. More attacks are coming towards Israel from the Islamic Republic. These are the people who are now hiding in mountains and tunnels. They come out in the western parts of Iran, close to Iraq, and they are launching these missiles towards Israel. Again, the Iron Dome is very, very busy, let's just say. Well, it's been overwhelmed over the last couple of days in general. We have now reached the 999,000 subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, only 1,000 subscribers to go to reach 1 million. I did promise if we reach 1 million subscribers before Ali Khamenei is gone, well, I'm going to lose that wager because I'm going to have to give you guys a present. Okay, let's get some reaction. We're getting more updates, by the way. Nearly 1 million subscribers. Woohoo! I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for that. You'll have 1 million subscribers by the end of this live stream. I don't know about that, but we can hope. MT says, I saw a video of a pretty big anti-regime protest this morning. Zan Zendigazi, that's Women, Life, Freedom, Make Iran Great Again. It's probably best for the Iranian people not to come out now because obviously the strikes is still happening. The IDF advised them for now, stay away, stay safe. Once that's over, people can come out on the streets and take control. Let's have a look. That's yeah, okay. We're just getting some confirmation about the Israeli Air Force operation hitting more launch pads, missile launch pads. Pakistan general became a field marshal for deserting. Yeah, they get promotion when they fail. Now, oh my God, what is going on here? Okay, see, I click on WhatsApp. WhatsApp notifications on a computer when I'm doing live streaming is very distracting. Okay. I accidentally click on them. Anyway, 2CTV is an IRGC and Mossad PSYOP agent. I can multitask. I've been accused of being an agent for, obviously, Mossad, But at the same time, IRGC, FSB, the CCP in China, CIA, but CIA don't really pay that much. Although MI6 is even worse. MI6 pay me in coupons. So in case you don't know, we don't really have much money anymore in Britain. Because it's all been spent by the Labour Party and the Tory Party. But yeah, there's a lot of agencies that I'm basically helping because, there's nothing that shouts as an agent or a spy when you are openly supporting something. It usually helps if a Mossad agent actually criticizes Israel, because that's supposed to be the point. Anyway, let's go. Simon says that I remember you on 666,000 subscribers, now 1 million by the end of the day. Which will come first? Let me know in the live chat. Will we get to 1 million subscribers first, or the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei will either flee or get caught in the next few minutes or hours? Let me know which one do you think is going to get there first. Will Mossad take also the check to name Kashan, Hezbollah's new leader, who is also in Iran? Is he actually in Iran? Because there were a lot of rumors that he was in Qatar. I don't know. No one knows exactly what's going on. If he is in Iran, then yes, he's going as well. Mossad, send radio-controlled mice well notified. They have the equipment, especially if they get some help from the American equipment. You don't need American soldiers, but just some of the equipment. What's happened? It's happened, ladies and gentlemen. I can now officially confirm 1 million. What? How did this happen? We only just 1 million subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. 2C TV has defeated the mainstream media as we know it. I wasn't expecting that. We just went up from 900 and we've done it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all your support. 1 million subscribers. We will keep going. We continue because we are waiting for my second. Actually, this is the second birthday present. It was my birthday week. I've been saying birthday week for the past 10 days now. But my first birthday present was from the IDF when they started attacking the Islamic Republic. And obviously, hopefully, resulting in my dad being freed from the IRGC, who is currently in Tehran. Second present is this. There we go. And the third present will be given to me by President Donald J. Trump shortly, when Ali Khamenei either flees the country or is dragged out of his hole like a rat. We'll find out. This is the end. This is, and for us, it's the beginning. Let's see. Also, I did promise I'm going to give you all a present. Everybody who's watching this, the present is going to come in the next. Actually, should I do it now? Can I do it now? Am I allowed? Yeah. Well, we don't have the graphic, but you know what? I'm going to do it now. Let's do this. Okay, so this is not well planned, is it? If you use, we are now. This is the 2C TV app, by the way. What is it? What is the thing? I'm all over the place. 1 million. 1 million. 1 million. Okay, so if you use the promo code, we have a promo code for you guys. And this is not going well. Oh my God. Hang on, stay with me. It's happening. It's all falling apart, but it's happening. There we go. Use the promo code 1 million and you will get, where should I put this? Should I put it here? There we go. You will get 50% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus. Should I also put it here? Yeah, I'm going to put it down here. 50% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus. Use the promo code. Go on 2C.tv. Become a member of 2C TV Plus today. Again, one word, 1 million, no space. I'm going to do a proper graphic for the next live stream. I wasn't ready for this. I thought... So this is your present for now. 50% off annual memberships, limited offer. Join 2C TV Plus right now. Download the 2C TV app, have fun, get access to all the documentaries, the chat forum, if you want to talk to me directly, and everything else. Podcasts and special interviews. We have so much coming. We have an upcoming documentary called This is Israel, which will also do a premiere both in Israel and in London. But also we're gonna plan to do a massive documentary in the new free democratic Iran once everything calms down a little bit. So once again, thank you so much. I need a whiskey. Can I get a whiskey? It's time. It's time to celebrate, guys. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Come on, I need whiskey. All right, let's see. Yeah, 1 million, that's been achieved. Where are we with you guys? Stu says IRGC dental and pension plans must be brilliant to attract new people. Affordable because nobody survives long enough to claim on. Now, the worst business in Iran would be life insurance. Because the life insurance companies, we're going to have to give so much money now to all the families. When will an alternative government rise up? But the moment we know the fate of Ali Khamenei. So there will have to be supervision, of course. The United States will be able to mediate. Mediate is not really the best word. Supervise, yeah. Supervise, and when the Crown Prince of Iran returns, of course, he will be hopefully leading the transition government. While the transition government is coming and being led by the prince, the plan is to have a referendum on the constitution and then, of course, have the first free elections since obviously a few decades ago. Democracy is coming back to Iran. Super chat, thank you. And Ariel from Canada says, love from Israel, although it's Canadian dollar, but yeah. And pray for eternal peace between our people. Esfahan has now been hit as well. We're going to show you some video in a second. What can be done about the hundreds of thousands of IRGC soldiers when the Ayatollah is gone? They will have to, we need Nuremberg 2.0, so there's going to have to be trials, and they will have to all be sent back to Iran to face justice. They will have to all be imprisoned. All right. Jesus loves you. Greetings from Australia. Thank you. And Jesus. Checks is in the mail, probably lost by British Post. Yeah, the Royal Mail is not the best in the UK. John from Canada. Who will inspect the tunnels once they totally fall? The government of Iran. Congrats on 1 million subscribers. Well, it's the job of the transitional government led by the Crown Prince. So they have to do it. Of course, they could get the support from the Americans as allies. America, Israel, and Iran are becoming allies once again. Soon. Jenny says, yes, get in there. Thank you very much. And Leslie, super sticker, cheers. All right, so let's quickly, let me give you the latest update. I accept the wager. Congratulations. It's too late to accept it, Josh. Let me give you the latest update as it is coming, because I believe an oil refinery in Esfahan has now been hit. And there is a massive warning in the Persian Gulf, between the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf. Let me just show you what we are dealing with here. There's been an incident in the Strait of Hormuz again over the last few hours. That's right in between Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. The Qatar Energy has now instructed their vessels not to enter the Persian Gulf and stay outside of the Strait of Hormuz until the day before they were actually supposed to be loading their vessels. Of course, that has now changed. They are all panicking. There is a massive explosion, ladies and gentlemen, in the Strait of Hormuz. I'm going to show you a video as we have just received this. It is not looking good. I believe this escalation is now imminent from the United States. Stay with me. Again, look at the location on the map, right between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. This is what is actually happening as we speak to one of the vessels. Let's go to the next video and see what's going on. So we can now confirm that a massive oil tanker, Adeline, went up in flames after colliding with the front Eagle. This actually happened towards the Gulf of Oman side rather than the Persian Gulf side. And this was obviously right next to the oil artery. So 24 crews from these vessels had to be pulled to safety as the upper deck burned. The front Eagle was also carrying 2 million barrels of Iraqi crude to China. And the whole thing is now kicking off. Tehran is now going to be blocking the Strait of Hormuz, although I'm not really sure how they can actually do this with no command. There's no command center anymore in the capital. Let's have a look. We have a statement from the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, the corrupt organization that is the United Nations, speaking directly to the Iranian people, saying, "You are not our enemy. The Islamic Republic is the enemy." Let's quickly go to the ambassador and see what is going on.
I have an important message for the people of Iran. Mardume Iran, Mubarazema Zada Shumanist, Balkazeda Rajimiast, Kabeshuma Zolam Mikoned. People of Iran, our fight is not against you. Rather, it is against the regime that oppresses you. We fight the same regime that murders your daughters for demanding freedom. The same regime that suppresses your voices, poisons your rivers, burns your votes, and sends your sons to die for its delusions. We know the truth. You are not our enemies. You are the first and most tragic victims of the Ayatollahs.
He's absolutely spot on, although if I were him, I wouldn't try to speak Persian again. That was terrible. It's not his fault. He's Israeli. Anyway, it was a good effort, by the way. Cecilia says, I see you from Spain. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you so much, Cecilia, from Spania. And Papa says, I accepted the bet. I will go through the list of those who actually accepted it, by the way. And you covered it. Here's my payoff. Why are you paying me? Don't forget, we are celebrating now. The fall of the Islamic Republic is getting close, and we've just hit 1 million subscribers. So, promo code for all of you. 50% off annual memberships of 2CTV Plus. Use the promo code, that one. 1 million, one word, no space, 1 million. Go on 2C.tv, the link is in the description. And of course, pick the annual subscription. Scroll down to the bottom of the form. There's a coupon code, put 1 million. And of course, download the 2CTV app. Then you can actually get access to everything that we have. The news alerts, chat forum, documentaries, and chaos. All right, what do we have? Congrats on 1 million. Go 2C. Thank you so much. Big shout out to our team for helping us, of course. I'm just a face. I'm just a puppet. I don't know what I'm doing. And I need to get a haircut. Look at this mess. Bloody hell. I keep touching it and I make it worse. Where is my whiskey? I'm still waiting for the whiskey. Need to celebrate. New subscriber from Dallas, Texas. I think I am 1,000,001. Yay! Well done. All right, so while we'll get more comments in a second, but there is things happening again in the Middle East. Let's bring you guys the latest update. Now, President Trump is now hitting back at Tulsi Gabbard. This is fascinating. Obviously, the president said, I'm not doing a peace deal with the Iranian regime. It's too late. We are going to hit them and they have to go and surrender. He was just asked about Tulsi Gabbard, what she says, because she's opposing, obviously, what President Trump is doing. And he said, I don't care.
You always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon. But how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having it.
Go, President. I don't care what she says. He's got the intel. He's got, oh my God, we have it. That is a lot. Well, okay, I've got my whiskey in my personalized MT glass. Now I'm just falling apart. It's, as I said, it's 6 o'clock somewhere. We have to celebrate both the fall of the Iranian regime and 2CTV reaching 1 million subscribers. The next 10 minutes, I'm going to get tipsy. See, this is the sort of content you're not going to get on CNN or BBC News or any of those stupid legacy media channels. All right. I love a good little Freud, although it's quite early. It's not early. It's 3 p.m. in London. It's fine. I can do it. All right. Anyway, the United States might now intervene as we're getting updates. They will be intervening to secure the Strait of Hormuz because of the chaos that we've been seeing. Of course, the Iranian vessels and forces will be forced to attack the US assets. But we'll find out if they would do that or whether they will actually surrender. President Trump has kindly advised the leadership of the Islamic Republic to surrender. It's time. Go away. But we'll find out whether they would do that or whether Khamenei wants to be dragged out of his bunker. Pierre says, no reason to fear, no reason to dread. That dude looks like Mr. Potato Head. You're welcome. Not me, by the way. She's talking about the IRGC dude. I have a related question. Can you please explain the difference between Persian and Iranian? Is it two ethnicities or what's the scoop there? So Iran is the actual land. It means the land of Aryans, the original Aryans, not what Adolf faked. It just changed the whole meaning of Aryan for some reason. And Persian is just an ethnicity as part of Iran, but it's the main ethnicity, it's the big chunk in the middle. And you have different ethnicities, of course. You got the Azeris, Turks, you got the Kurds, you got the Arabs in the south, you got many other groups, you got Jewish Iranians. So back in the day, obviously, it used to be called Persia and the Persian Empire, and it used to control everything. But of course, in order to become more unifying, it became Iran, the original word, the land of Aryans. And that was, of course, during the monarchy, just before obviously the revolution, the Shah of Iran decided to do that. Also, there was a problem because every country called it something else. So in Iran, it would have been called Pars with a P, P-A-R-S. In Arabic, it would have been called Fars, like Farsi, because they can't say P for some reason. And in Germany, it was called Persis. In England, it would have been called Persia. So, and obviously Persia was more of the Greek word. So it was a little confusing. So they said, well, let's just go back to the land of Aryans. Let's call it Iran. And we got all the ethnicities. Let's bring them all together. So that is a difference. So you can be Persian Iranian or you could be Kurdish Iranian. So obviously myself and my family, we are Persian Iranian in terms of ethnicity. So Persian is an ethnicity, Iranian is a nationality, but I'm not Iranian. I don't have an Iranian nationality, but I'm Persian, of course. Now, hope that helped. DJ Media says, will the UK riot again, do you think? Well done on 1 million. Well, because the UK is sad about the Islamic Republic. Yeah, in mourning of the fall of the IRGC, the UK left-wingers should come out and protest. I don't know. I mean, the summer is going to be quite tense, maybe. Lefroy. Peter says, can we... defying Pakistan of nukes pigs. Yeah, Pakistan is a very complicated situation. I've explained that many times. It's all because of China. You can't really touch them. They just cry and things happen. Again, once again, thank you so much. 1 million subscribers. Use the promo code 1 million, no space. We get 50% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus. Just go on the website 2c.tv. As we get more information, let's just get more reaction. Javier says, by 1 million subscribers, send me to buy seeds 100. Cynthia says, woohoo, 1 million subscribers, and now on towards 2 million. All right, calm down, everybody. Let's not go crazy here. We're going to aim for 5 million. Keto Soldier says, hate to break your heart. The outcome of this war isn't going to be what you think or want. Well, because Keto Soldier knows and I don't, guys. Yeah. Iran has a huge part to play in the next coming years and they will remain an arch enemy to Israel. Oh, so cute. This is adorable. It's so funny. It's the same people who's basically said, the Iranian regime will destroy Israel and America. You can't start a war. This war is going to go for hours, decades, and there will be World War III. None of that is happening because the Iranian regime was a paper tiger. The Iranian army doesn't exist. Their leadership don't exist. The rest of them are in a bunker. What Iran? There is no more Iran. Islamic Republic is gone. It's just a matter of time to find them, drag them out of a hole, kick them out. And the rest of them should be put on trial. What do you think is happening in Iran? Since when random people in their mum's basement becoming expert of geopolitics in the Middle East? Anyway, let's go. Loving Christ says, joining 2CTV Plus right now. See, this is what you do. Listen to Loving Christ. Good advice. Join 2CTV Plus. Use the promo code 1 million. All right. What else do we have? Islamic and communist regimes are known to appoint incompetent generals and officers in their military ranks as they value unchallenged blind loyalty. That is one of the main reasons these sort of regimes always fall apart eventually. Assad had the same problem towards the end because blind faith loyalty also becomes shattered when what happened in Iran happened. So over the last few months, few years, Mossad infiltrated the whole of the regime. So towards the end, the last few days, people standing in wherever they're standing right now, because they're not in their actual government offices, the IRGC, one person stands here, the other guy's there, like, I don't know if I can trust this one because he could be Mossad. Everybody's Mossad, apparently. Also, if you are new to the channel, I don't usually do this, but I've been told apparently it's important. Follow me on social media. Apparently that's happening, because obviously we also do a lot of posts on social media, especially on X and what's that weird thing? Instagram. So that's my X handle, Maya2C. MAHYARTOUSI. Go follow me there. And of course, the same handle, I think, for Instagram. Is it? I think it is. It's actually in the description. Everything is in the description box underneath. I need to find my handle. Yeah, it's 2CTV, at 2CTV. That's easy to remember. For Instagram and TikTok is the at 2CTV _. So go on Instagram, find Maya2C and also 2CTV. It's not that difficult, is it? Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the main updates. There is a lot happening. There is a bit of a funeral happening in Rome, which is fascinating considering that these idiots now are telling the IDF where they are. Let me show you what's happening. The Islamic Republic had to delay some of the funerals, but now they are coming out. Where is this? Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. So, look at this. Should I put it on the screen? This is Qom from the southern part of the capital. From the capital, you go towards the south. That's Qom. They are having their funerals with the Hezbollah flags, with the IRGC flags. It's not really a big crowd, as you can see. It's only probably about a couple of thousand, maybe 5,000, 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 maybe. So they're all there. So my message to the IDF and Mossad: if you're watching this, you know where they are. Go get them. Look at them. They're all there. This is all of them. Look how smelly they are. I can smell the BO from here, all the way from London. So these guys are there, and they're also getting free fruit juice and water. That's not fair. Who's paying for that? So they're all going in that hole. Get them. They're in the mosque. Get the mosque. Take it down. It's time. All right, let's go. What a day. Are we on one? Are we still on 1 million? Have we gone down? Imagine if I start losing subscribers. Oh no, it's actually changed. It's no longer 1 million subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. I need to apologize to every single person. We are now 1,001,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Okay. Go back to the super chats. Who is the Crown Prince? And congratulations. The Crown Prince, Reza Pahlavi. Just go on 2CTV, go on, well, after this, go on the homepage. There's a search bar, 2CTV. Type in Crown Prince or Reza Pahlavi. We've done an exclusive interview with him a couple of months ago, and you can find out more about him, his background, and his vision, and what he wants to do. Yes, so the Crown Prince of Iran. Watch the interview on 2CTV. You could also watch the unfiltered version on 2CTV Plus. You could also watch that there, which again, you can use the promo code 1 million to get 50% off annual membership. This is a limited offer. I've just gone crazy and gave you a discount. Okay, so the Iranian regime are now hitting Israel, but the air defense system and the Iron Dome fully activated. They are deflecting the missiles that are launched from the Iranian regime. Apparently, they haven't even actually started to infiltrate and hack the critical infrastructure in Iran. We'll find out when that will happen in the next few hours. All right. Suzanne says, 1 million subscribers and growing. You are the media. Thank you very much, Suzanne. And Gracie says, if Trump tells everyone get out, then big is on its way. Death cults like the IRGC belong no more in the world. Yes. President Trump is going to be known as the most successful president that the United States has had in a very, very, very long time. Is it just me who suspects that Trump and Macron decided to show up in the shot of Israel's victory over the IRGC a bit late? No, ignore Macron. No one cares about Macron. He's not really a real person. But President Trump and Netanyahu have been coordinating this the whole time behind closed doors. They've been talking every single day, and the Americans are taking their time to make any move that is in the interest of the United States. If the US bases are being attacked in the Persian Gulf, it's the job of the president to go and defend them. That's it. Sandra, thank you from Australia. And Patrick says, congratulations on 1 million. I appreciate that. I don't understand what this says, unfortunately. I can't read that. 1 million gone. 399 to go. Nazan Zagari. I'll log into literally you are drinking. You're taking a drink. That deserves a tip. Haven't caught up, but hoping your father is safe. My father is still safe for now in Tehran. They'll be fine now. Things will escalate in the next few hours, maybe the next day, as of course the Israelis will take more control of the capital. All right. Jonathan says, how come months ago Iran's missiles were mostly all shot down, but this time they were going through? You know why? It's straightforward. They've launched so many supersonic missiles this time, and then now they're running out. Before they were mostly launching drones, like 300 drones or whatever, and a couple of ballistic missiles. That's easy for the idea. But when you attack every day, every few hours, with supersonic missiles, and like hundreds at the same time, then that's going to overwhelm the Iron Dome. That's why it's hitting it. And it's still doing a good job, generally speaking, the Israeli air defense overall. Best news channel out there. Well done on 1 million subscribers. Thank you, Irish girl. Assuming from Ireland. Joey says, how you think NK feels about Russia support now? Who? North Korea? Who cares about North Korea? The two people you should not really care about is North Korea and Emmanuel Macron. And Mark Carney. Actually, yeah. Who cares about Mark Carney? Great job, TCTV. Congrats on 1 million subscribers. Keep on the good work. Hello from Croatia. Hello from Croatia. Hello to Croatia. All right, let's see. Can you share your insight on how likely the outcome you want is if the Iran's government is defeated? Wouldn't they just vote in 2.0 of the same? Vote? What do you think this is? The Florida City Hall? Vote? Okay, the problem is a lot of us in the West have been kind of used to the mostly stable, civilized Western world, right? Mostly civilized. And we think that, that's just how the rest of the world works. No, the rest of the world is chaos. Remember back in the day when you had a tribe and a bunch of cavemen would come in and burn the whole thing and take over, say, I'm in charge? That's what's happening in the world. So in 1979, a bunch of smelly, beardy weirdies took over Iran and they said, we're now in charge. And they've been staying there. It's not like a local election where like, okay, can you vote for us? You can't vote for them or vote against them. They took over the country, they occupied it, you need to kick them out. If there's an election next time, you can't vote them. That's not how it works. So, obviously it's literally between the Islamic occupiers and the Iranian people. And the Iranian people know what they want. They want democracy back, and they've had it before. They had human rights. It's not an alien culture for them, unlike Iraq or Libya, or technically even Syria. So they know exactly what their plan is. Transition government, referendum, and the first elections. Ideally, parliamentary elections. But if they want to go the republic, then it's up to them. Who am I to tell them what to do? Don't do republic. It's not a good idea. Look at France. Israel, please invade the UK and get Islam out. Imagine. Oh dear. All right, what else? The golden lion. Maybe the golden lion or the Ayatollah's head. That's very out of context. Christensen, thank you so much. There's a lot of super chats. I thought Iran was supplying most of its oil to China, a lot of it, but also the rest of the world. So why did they target an oil tanker with China's oil? What's happening there? What? No. For the record, the West is also getting oil from Iran, just not directly. We put sanctions on it. UAE get it, and then we buy it from UAE. You see the problem here, right? We're still getting oil from Iran. The whole thing has been a charade of a chaos, thanks to our liberal globalist leaders. Oscar, love from Israel. All our people pray for the freedom of the proud Iranians. Yes, and Sean says, get more information here. You get more information here than the mainstream media. You also get a lot of entertainment and whiskey. What is going on? There is more missiles towards Israel imminently, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Jordanian capital, air sirens. Okay, let's have a look at see what is going on in Jordan and the state of Israel. We got the map now. I'm just going to put it to see where the sirens are being sounded in Israel. Let's show you quickly. Where is it? There we go. So this is the map of the state of Israel as we speak. They are now waiting to confront the missiles from the Islamic Republic. We now have another breaking news. It just happened and confirmed by the IDF. This is escalating very quickly, guys. So apparently the Israeli Defense Forces have successfully hit the police headquarters in Kashan as well. We do have a quick video for you guys to confirm this. It's now been verified. Where are we with this? There we go. Let's go to the video from Kashan. The police headquarters gone. Again, in the words of the England football fans, it's coming home. Iran is coming home. Kashan is obviously not a random place. They had their key missile sites, drone sites, nuclear facilities. And of course, the places like the police headquarters will be the backup option for the Islamic occupiers to go hide in. 8 missiles. Okay, I have to laugh here. The Islamic Republic of Iran, who said yesterday they're going to be a non-stop attack to wipe Israel off the map. And I'll show you this, right? We can now confirm they only launched 8 missiles. It's still better than yesterday's 3 missiles, but it's no longer, the Iranian regime is no longer considered a paper tiger. It is now a smelly kitten. Movie of the week, Spiderhole Part 2. Apparently, we are now going up on Instagram and X, I've been told. As I said, don't forget, you can, what am I doing? There we go. Follow us. Follow my account on X, Mahyartousi, Mahyartousi. Same for Instagram, for my personal Instagram, but also at 2CTV on Instagram. That's the official 2CTV. I was in the Instagram jail for 2 years. I was suspended. I lost all my followers, like tens of thousands of followers, because I accidentally offended some Islamists. I got cancelled. So we're starting from scratch. So make sure to follow me on Instagram, on X, and obviously the 2CTV on Instagram, and also Facebook, everywhere. OnlyFans. I don't have OnlyFans yet. All right. Is there a price on the Supreme Leader's head, like all the fanatics? I can put a price on it. Free 2CTV Plus memberships for anybody who finds them. God bless you. Thank you for all the great work you do. My prayers go out to your dad, the Iranian people, and of course you. Thank you. Chris says, congratulations on 1 million mega subscriber. Amazing. And 1 million subscribers. The IRGC singing "Hit Me BB One More Time." Hit me BB one more time. Brilliant. All within the same day. Maya suffering. Not really. From success. All right. Read Ezekiel 38. That's in response to Keto Soldier saying Iran will still exist. I need to read Ezekiel 38. I'm not an expert. It's written in the Bible. I didn't say it. God did. Oh, for the love of God. You do realize when you read the Bible, it didn't say, for example, when things will happen. It didn't say, oh, it will be in 2027 when Iran will rise up and Russia will get in. It didn't give you an exact year. It's funny because every couple of 100 years' time, people will go back to the prophecy, right? The prophecy in the Middle East, chaos, Russia will get involved. They did the same thing 10 years ago. They did the same thing World War II. Remember World War II with Russia? They did the same thing World War I. They did the same thing in when the Russian Empire was attacking it towards the end of the 19th century, We also had in the 17th century. It happens every few years, basically. The prophecy is apparently every 10 years. No, it will eventually happen, but not now. That's not... Anyway, so, Koi, Ezekiel, listening to people talk about stuff they don't know about is getting aggravating before 79. Not many deaths since too many people have died for Iran. This war will end soon. Yeah. Do you think the extremists we have in the UK will try and rise up and start trouble here and in Europe? No, but they're going to celebrate because the extremists in the UK are mostly Sunni, and Sunnis are now celebrating the end of the Islamic Republic because they are Shia. The Shia extremists, as a minority, yeah, you're going to have to worry about that. They're going to go boom, boom every now and then. Just going to deport everybody who's a Shia, who smells and has a big beard. Just be safe. Don't end the toilet and resume. Make them live in LA and march the LGBT plus parades, waving the rainbow flag. That's the real punishment. Yes. Actually, send all of them to LA. We have a new update from Tehran. What is happening? I might not be able to read all the super chats because there's a lot of updates coming in. I need to apologize, but I'll catch up with them afterwards. Don't worry. I'm not going to abandon you. 8 missiles has now been confirmed. There was a bit of an escalation in the southern parts of Iran as well. Okay, so this is now, they are now getting there, guys. Let me just show you. Where are we? Okay, so the Americans are getting closer and closer. So what you're seeing is that there was a radar data shows multiple US military refueling aircraft heading towards the Middle East. They are escorting fighter jets now as we speak. So some of the ones that you see, they are the fighter jets, and around them are the refueling obviously tankers. So this could indicate that the operation will be imminent. Of course, the Americans have to protect the American interests in the Middle East as the IRGC targets them. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at these as well. 1 million subscribers, IRGC gone, wedding coming up, birthday gone, dad still going, life is gone. Bloody hell. All right, and as it says, Ezekiel, Israel is safe without walls. JS, thank you very much. Okay, so that's all the super chats for now. Don't forget, we are now celebrating 1 million subscribers. Use the promo code 1 million, no space, 1 million. You'll get 50% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus. Go on 2c.tv, find the link in the description, and go on and download the 2C TV app today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maya 2C, and we are the media.